All right, so this is a Driveclub, the PlayStation 4 Pro patched up version, and I can tell you right off the bat that I'm already driving. I just paused it here. I can tell you right off the bat, the tracking it's much smoother. The graphics are still the same medium settings, but you do notice zero of that ghosting effect. You do notice much vividness, and you do notice much better fluidity when you're moving your headset around and stuff like that. There's barely any lag. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this racing with the formula. Obviously, you guys cannot see exactly what I'm seeing inside a VR headset, but I'm going to go ahead and try to show you that here. All right, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's do this. I'm going to jump into this, get my volume up a bit, and then you guys going to see. Also, I'll do a video on the calibration of the VR. That's going to be later on, and also the new update 2.50 on PlayStation VR. I'll show you how to get that update. I'll show you how to calibrate and all that good stuff. And we're going to talk about some bunch of other VR games, and also we'll talk about the final public release of the update. That's going to be in the later on videos. This is just for Driveclub, okay, pro patched version. So let's go ahead and let's do this. It's already been 1 minute and 23 seconds. Alright, so let me go through. Coming through. Let me put my headset on. Hopefully you guys can see me and my big ass back. So there's a headset right here. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put the sucker on. Hopefully, I'm hoping you guys can see me. I really hope. So let's continue this. Hold on. Here we go. You really feel like you're inside this racing formula. I mean, it's really that good. And granted, the graphics are not highly detailed, but you do have that vividness and smoothness and sharpness. That's the one thing you do notice in the Pro Patch version. Granted, I should be having a racing wheel, which I'm gonna get racing wheel down the road with a seat and everything, and GoPro cameras. But the sunset, it's so nice and clear. Like you can see out in the distance, you can see the that mountain up there. It's very detailed. You can see the car is very detailed. So you definitely get the advantage of the Pro version here. You can like zoom in inside the wheel. You can like move back up, lean back. You can lean back, you can lean forward, lean back. And if you do have that motion sickness, I do have to remind you that with this game you will feel that. If you're playing Eagle Flight VR, you will get those goosebumps and you're gonna get that motion sickness. So I do have to kind of warn people about that. Even PlayStation VR warns you about that. You know, if you have that VR, if you have that motion sickness, you know, when you take off with the airplane, you get that G's and you feel that sickness. Or when the plane drops down, you feel that sickness, the motion sickness. So you're gonna feel the same thing here. Especially when you're driving racing games, fast games, or flying games like Eagle Flight, which I'm going to show later on. All right, let's continue. I will also show you how to properly calibrate your VR headset, and also the distance between your camera and your eyes and your VR headset, so that way you get the proper experience. Remember, if you truly want to enjoy the VR headset, you have to have that proper calibration. All right, that's the key. I will show you all that. I'm also talk about the VR 2.50 update that was released, but we'll talk about that in the next video. Okay. All right, let's do one more here. Let's do this. Let's just do a single event. Actually, let's do a tour. Let's go drive. Let's do a tour. We'll use the same car, factory, and we're going to go ahead and do this. I also recommend that you use the large screen. I mean, you really, when you look around, It's very smooth. Look how smooth this is. Very smooth. There's barely any lag. You can look up in the sky. You can check that car. This is because of the new update that fixed a few issues, and also PlayStation 4 Pro GPU that handles all of this rendering. But the key thing is also, guys, is your calibration. The reason this works best if you have a proper calibration of this VR headset. I know I kind of look like I'm drunk or I'm dancing and shit, but I'm just trying to show you why the proper calibration it's important, which I am going to show later on in my videos, okay? All right, let's jump into a car. Now, I can adjust my seat if I want to, but I feel this is the proper way to be. This is exactly how it is when you're in these low-end formulas. When you jump into these low-end formulas, this is exactly how it is. And you can kind of like move up, lean forward, and check the reflection. Look at that reflection there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I mean, hopefully you guys can see this, but you definitely see that reflection of the... You can even see the tires. You can see the rearview mirror. You can look in the back. You can check your tires out there in the back, and you really feel like you are inside this little formula, you know. This little formula stock car that's very with low suspension. It's very low. Like this is exactly how you feel when you're driving these things. All right, so you can look up in the wheel, move forward, lean back, check your seat up. So let's continue. Here we go. Hopefully you guys can see, I'm hoping. Now remember, I'm not doing this to convince you, to say, oh, I'm going to convince everybody now that this is like the awesome way to race with a control stick. No, you got to have a racing wheel. But what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to tell you, I've lost the control. Oh my God, somebody hit me. What I'm trying to tell you is that this game, the PlayStation VR version with the Pro, you definitely get the benefit of much detailed, vivid view. Remember, the graphics are not going to be changed. The graphics are going to be the same. The only thing that's different is the vividness. Like, you get much better vividness, much better responsiveness, and also you get a much better resolution here. Hold on. I have my PlayStation VR got a little bit clogged up. That's the one thing about PlayStation VR that I have to talk about. It gets foggy really quick sometimes, you know, and that's the one thing that I wish they would find a way to fix that, to work on that, you know, to put some kind of cooling gel or something inside. You know, I wouldn't mind if they did that, because that's the one thing I noticed is that that seems to be one issue that I've been coming across. Not a big issue, but just issue I have to address. And this issue happens with all of the VR headset, not just the PlayStation VR. This happens to HTC Vive. This happens to Oculus Rift. This is something that these manufacturers will have to work on. They will have to figure out the way how to keep the VR headset cool. If they have to put some kind of cooling thing inside or whatever, or some cooling vent, so be it, or something, that definitely will help the lenses so they don't get fogged up so quickly, so easily. But you definitely have that feeling of you're racing inside this little stock formula car. And there's no question about this. Obviously, the racing games, the flight sim games, are perfect for VR. You know, there's no question about that. This is the best way to experience VR, is with the racing and flight sim games. So racing and flight sim games, you're definitely going to benefit. Wait till the Ace Combat 7 comes out. Wait till the Gran Turismo Sport, GT Sport comes out. You see, I'll enjoy the benefit of the both. Since I have a 4K HDR TV, I'll be able to enjoy 4K HDR and the VR. So I'll enjoy the best of the both worlds here. Let me just show you. You can look up like this. You can look down, left and right. So, you know. Here, let me, I gotta go ahead and gotta clean this up again. I mean, maybe it's my head. I have a big head, dude. And, you know, when you have a, look just how big my head is, man. I look like, what's his name? The guy from that, anyway, I look like a guy with a big head. That's what I look like. I look like a Kentucky hillbilly boy. Give me that shot of cognac, boy. Here we go. That's it. Oh, I got myself Volkswagen. Yeah, the Volkswagen, good. Here we go. Ooh, I got the Peugeot as well. Ooh, that's a nice car, man. Look at that. That's a sweet ride. But I'm gonna go with this beast. Look at this beast. Let's try this out, dude. Let's continue. Hopefully I have some more time to do a couple of more races here. Now, this is during the daylight. That's pretty cool. Can we change a car? Okay, we're still driving this. Back in the black. All right. Now we're during the daylight. Hold on a second. Let me get out of here. I want to show you something else. Wait. Can we exit? Hold on a second. All right, let's do this one more race here. I'm gonna try to move my head a little bit so you guys can see. Get closer to this cars, you know, so you guys can see it on a screen. Obviously, you shouldn't be doing this in a real life. Oh, see what happens? Oh, I hit him. Oh. I like the fact that you can look at the rearview mirrors to see what's behind you. Granted, I should be doing this with a racing wheel, obviously. People are going to laugh and say, hey man, why aren't you using a racing wheel? That's because I don't have one. But as soon as I get one, I'm going to get a really good racing wheel, man. Either Logitech, that G, whatever, the one that's $400, or I might get the one that's the custom special edition Thrustmaster Gran Turismo Sport racing wheel. I might get that. I'll most likely get that. You know, might as well go all the way, right? Have the best possible experience. And then, since I already have Dirt Rally in this game, plus the Gran Turismo Sport, and then once the Ace Combat comes out, hopefully they will release a flight stick with that game. They haven't said anything yet about that, but hopefully they do. I'm having a feeling Ace Combat will be something that'll be coming out either mid-September or October. I'm probably thinking mid-September, man. We'll see Ace Combat, like September 25th or something like that. I'm guessing. I don't think we'll see it during the summer. I really don't think that. We might see Gran Turismo Sport during the summer, like July, August. Probably August, but hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? All of these things will be explained on E3 show in June in Los Angeles. We'll have all the street dates and everything. Right now, it's your guess. You're just guessing. Somebody asked, am I excited about the Scorpio? Well, here's the thing, man. Scorpio is going to be powerful. There's no question about that. It's going to be a very capable, powerful 4K native machine. There's no question about that. Okay, Phil Spencer has tested it with his manufacturers. It handles 4K native without hiccups. So with the DirectX 12. So right there, the man himself is telling you, hey, look, Scorpios can handle native 4K. There's no issues about that. Okay, so it is a 4K machine. Now, the thing that worries me, and this was being asked by Ryan on Unlocked IGN, was it Unlocked Xbox podcast? It was like 54-minute interview, and Ryan asked him, so what can you tell us about, like, is this going to be just one of those consoles that will take the advantage of third parties only, or is this going to be one of those consoles that will be focused on the first parties? And Phil Spencer was kind of dodging that question because I'm pretty sure he cannot give him that answer because of he still works for Microsoft. But that's my only worry about Scorpio is I want to see more first party, more exclusive games. And when I say exclusives, I don't want to see a cross-platform on the PC. I don't want to see that. I think that was a bad decision to do a cross-platform on a PC. I think that was a mistake. I think that is killing your exclusives on Xbox. PC doesn't really need those exclusives because PC is a PC. I just think what he should have done, he should have just stay on the Xbox exclusives and work on the new exclusives. This is my only worry about Scorpio. I want to see Scorpio only on Scorpio exclusives. That's what I want to see. Because that horsepower that you have underneath doesn't mean anything if you cannot produce exclusives like Sony does, like Uncharted 4, God of War 4, Detroit, Horizon Zero Dawn. I can go list on and on and on and on and on. When you don't have those exclusives, when you're just tied up to third parties, then I might as well buy a PC. No, really, I might as well buy a PC. If I'm going to be playing third-party games, I might as well be buying a PC. If your exclusives on Xbox will be available on PC, then I might as well build myself a 1080 Ti graphics card with a bunch of X memory, DDR4 RAM. And get the new generation i7 iCore processor and just have the beast of a PC and run everything at ultra settings, 60 frames per second on 4K. Native. Right? So that's the one thing I worry about Scorpio. Hey, look, you can see that. Look, it disappeared. There was a bag. Well, some plastic bag. And this is a real talk, guys. As you know, I'm not a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy of Sony. I'm not a fanboy of Microsoft. Nor am I a fan of Nintendo. Nor am I a fanboy of PC. I'm just simply saying the facts. You gotta have those exclusives, man. If you don't have those exclusives, I'm gonna say, well, why don't I just buy myself a 1080 Ti, add extra $200, and pop that graphics card in and enjoy the best of the best. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. You gotta have exclusives. And I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer knows that as well. But we'll see what happens in June. We'll see. I don't want to talk about it now. We'll wait till June. E3 show, and we'll see what happens. Alright, guys. So there'll be some more videos coming up shortly with the update and how to do calibration. And we'll talk about the 4.50 final public release update. So these videos will be coming back later on. So stay tuned. Tomorrow I will take a day off from YouTube. I'm not going to be doing any YouTube tomorrow. So just so you guys know. So there you have it. Alright, guys. Thank you.